New Jersey today, but
Oh boy, it
we're
is.
gonna we're gonna thank God we got AC and it's all good.
That's the one. That's the one. Cause listen, it's 108 here in Georgia.
Oh, you're on the East Coast too. All right.
Yeah, I'm in Georgia. So maybe one day we could get together and hold
Yeah.
a conference or something. You know what I
Oh my
mean?
God. Definitely. Definitely. Let's plan some live event. That is so awesome.
Yes, we can do it. The best is yet to come.
Absolutely. Always moving forward, my love. Always moving forward.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, I'm excited. I am
It's
so
a it's a
honored.
it's a new journey, but it's a great journey. It's the
Mm,
informational journey. People need to know what's going on in the salon industry after COVID,
mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just going. My name is Regina Miller. This is Salon Talk. This is my guest, my special guest, Maria Fontana. She's going to introduce herself. I like for my guests to just go ahead and introduce yourself. Nobody can do it better than you.
Oh, you're a doll. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. My name is Maria Fontana. Basically, I am a 38-year hairstylist, salon owner of
Okay.
11 salons over my career. Opened my first salon at 19 years old when everybody told me I was crazy.
Hmm.
Um, I have been an educator personally in the business space. So I teach business, mindset, and marketing. Um, I'm a best-selling author. Also, you're like, you can't write a book. You're just a hairdresser. I'm like, really? All right, just watch me. So
Right,
I'm
right.
an innovator and a survivor, and I raised two kids, divorced as a single mom on my hair business. I lost everything at one point in my life in a divorce, my business, bankrupt. I mean, I was rock bottom, had a bootstrap and start over. And I did. So I still own now a brick and mortar business. And I own the
Right.
Salon Business School, which is a business academy for salon professionals to help you with foundational business and marketing. And I own Maria Fontana Consulting, which is a high level consulting firm for our industry. So that's it in a
Wow.
nutshell.
Wow. I am so honored that you take the time to come with all of that going on. But you are the girl, you are that lady, you are that person
Oh,
to
you're
do
so
it. You're
sweet.
the perfect person to be here
Aw. Well, we're
with
all in
it.
the same boat, Regina. Like, I just think no one's better than anyone else, right? We're all just in the
Right.
same boat in different parts of it. And my mission in this life really is to inspire. I
Right.
became a hairdresser because I needed the fastest path to cash. I came from a family who was poor. My parents were immigrants,
Right.
hard workers, and I'm like, I got to get money. I can't go to college. What am I going to do here?
Right.
And
Right.
I became a hairstylist not because I was aspiring, it's what I wanted to do. I'm like, what's the fastest path to cash? And then I just happened to be really good at it because I had a good personality and I really wanted to be successful. So that's
Right.
how it started. And I'm here to motivate everyone else and just share and say you can create wealth, happiness. Like this industry is beautiful, but
It
you you,
is.
you gotta want it and make it yours.
That's right. That's right. And that's what we do. And that's your story is similar to my story.
Mhm.
I'm like I said, we're no different, we're no better. We're just striving. For me, it was time. I needed to
Mhm.
own my own time. Being
Mhm.
divorced, I was divorced and like you, a young age, very
Mhm.
we were teenagers,
Yeah.
striving for business, and that's what made it, I think, so passionate for us because it was like we got to do this. We can't fail, you
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah,
so when you
totally.
have that mindset and you have something that's, making you do it more than just the love for it, you can't help but keep going and win and succeed. And so
Mm,
now we're 30 years later, you and I, what better way to share than to share our stories and help the generation that's coming underneath us? Because we
absolutely.
can't leave them. They need us. I'm telling you right now, they need us.
Yeah. And how beautiful. I mean, again, like we're on the same mission. It's about sharing, leaving legacy, like mentoring. That's why I created the Salon Business School, Regina, because
Mhm.
I saw there was nothing affordable for
Right.
everybody.
Right.
There was all these high ticket program, and I was selling high ticket, but I was like, wait a minute, how about what I needed when I started? How
Right.
about the person who's just restarting or struggling or just needs something affordable? So that's why I created the Salon Business School because it's got I'm gonna say $100,000 worth of information in there
Right.
for $597 a year. There's Klarna, there's Afterpay. It's $1.63 a day. People are
Right.
changing their lives.
That's
And
right.
why keep all our information to ourselves? That would be selfish, man. That's just
Right, right.
selfish.
Because we have the knowledge, we have the boots on the ground, we got the experience, we have the stories, we have the
Mhm.
truth. You
Yeah.
know, for me, it's telling the truth.
Yup.
Letting people know because, like I said, I have a course, and it's called Life After Beauty School
I love
because
that.
it's the things that you're not gonna get in beauty school. You're
Yeah.
not gonna get it.
Nope, you're
They're
right.
not teaching you what you're gonna face when you walk out of that door.
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
it's just the basic tools to get you from A to B, the mindset to know that it's not gonna be the gravy train right away, but you
Mhm.
just keep going and you'll get the gravy and the train. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
say the
So
same thing. I say the same thing.
mhm.
I tell everyone, but put your energy in working on your own stuff. Like, get off of social
Right.
media unless it's adding value. Like, if you're watching me or Regina Miller on TikTok, you're going to get value. But if you're
Right.
watching nonsense, toxic stuff, go work on your business.
Right, right. That's what I say. Like you strolling what other people are doing, and that's fine because I have like a day where I say, okay, let me see what everybody else is doing. But
Yeah,
those other 6 days, honey, it is about growing what I'm doing. It's about putting in and showing up for me every day, still 30 years later. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Because this is the
Absolutely.
internet world that you and I both can attest to. We didn't have when we had our businesses 20 years ago, you know?
Yup.
But oh boy, if we did.
Oh,
Just
what let's talk
imagine if
about
we
that. What a
did.
blessing.
Yes.
We're on live TV right now, right? We have
Right.
free live TV, free radio. Oh my God, you guys are so lucky.
They
Like
are so blessed. They are
so
so blessed.
so lucky.
Maria, I would be, when I tell you, I mean, like my salon would just be a TV show. Seriously.
Yeah, yeah.
It would be a TV show, because I even I thought about because my daughter is in the military, so
I
I'm like a
love that.
military mom, moving
Beautiful.
around. So I thought about here in Georgia. We had so long just got here, and I
Mhm.
was just deciding. I said, "Am I gonna go back into the salon, and do hair?"
Mm.
Because it's been about, I would say, a year because I just closed my salon in Pensacola, Florida.
Mhm.
And so, when you're opening and closing, it's just
Mhm.
like a mental
It's
thing that you go
exhausting.
through. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so it's like, because when you have to come in and you have to leave, it's like a death,
Mhm. Yeah,
because you get
it's
attached.
hard.
You get
Sure.
attached to your people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'm sitting here, should I go in a salon suite? Should I open up another brick and mortar? And then I'm even thinking about the Army here does not have a salon on base.
What a
So it's
great
a lot of
idea.
things going through my mind, but I'm like, you know what? Whatever I decide to do, baby, it's gonna be a YouTube salon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a YouTube salon. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have the setup. Okay, I'm gonna let the people know you are live. If you don't want to be live, let me know because I will respect that. But
Mhm.
those who don't mind,
Mhm.
honey, it's a oyster. Okay,
I love
it's
it.
a income that is there, and all you have to do is turn it on.
Yeah.
The world is all about views now. You're getting paid for views. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
oh,
like
totally.
another income. And I'm
Yeah.
telling people, you better capitalize off of that. A lot of people I see, we see them on TikTok and all that.
Mhm.
A lot of people get that assignment, but a
Mhm.
lot of people don't understand that
Yeah.
like you're doing the business side of it.
Yeah. So I'll just share with you real quick because a lot of people don't know. So the salon business school is like foundational business for people who are in business in the salon and beauty industry. My
Okay.
other company, Maria Fontana Consulting, that's exactly what I do, Regina. Because you know what happened? When I went online and opened all these businesses and started killing it, people in the industry were like, how did you do that? So I
Right.
started teaching them how to get to seven figures with an
Right.
online coaching, consulting, education practice. So that's what
Mhm.
my other business does, Maria Fontana Consulting. And you're right. There's so much opportunity. Like the other day I was telling someone, just by putting affiliate links on your website or pulling affiliate links to your favorite products in your Instagram or your TikTok. I've got salons that are making 15, 20 grand in revenue from
Right.
people that never even set foot in their salons.
Right.
It's like there's so much opportunity now, but you gotta
Yes.
do the work. You
Yes.
gotta
Yes.
do it.
Yes. Yes. You got to show up for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's
And that's
nobody
the
better.
biggest thing I think that people want. They want it so easy, you
Mm,
know. And that's one thing that I kind of laugh about with these overnight businesses. It's like, oh
yeah.
my God, I came up with the struggle. I became a businesswoman with struggle. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like you. You've owned several salons. I've owned several salons,
Yeah.
and it was never easy. Not opening one of them
No
was
way.
easy,
That was
and
hard.
the bills that came with it. See, people don't see the bill side of it. You know, they
Mhm,
don't see the
mhm.
back side of being a businesswoman, the taxes, the laws, the licenses. You know, it's like
Mhm.
you have to make so much money to make so much money.
I know. I know.
And
It's
and let's
it's
talk
true.
about that because people coming in thinking that, oh, it's the money, but it's the money that pays the money to be paid. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. So
So,
so I
and
always
after that, what do you have left? Is
yeah,
what you really gonna make. So are you willing to put in all of that work?
right. It's
So
profits what's left over after we pay all our bills. And
exactly.
people make me laugh. I'm like, "Yeah, you can become a six-figure earner, but that doesn't mean you book six figures and take six figures home." And like there's a
Tell me
whole
about it.
process. It depends what's your overhead. You have to book probably 4 dep
Right, right. Hello? Did you get a call?
Hello? You
Hello,
there,
did you get
baby?
a call? You got a call.
I don't know. My phone kind of went black for a second.
I know
Anyways,
it looked like it lagged a bit, but we back. We back.
yeah. So it's really I always tell everyone you got to do the math and you got to have your formulas
Yeah,
for the math. And yes, can you become super successful? Can you create a life of wealth and abundance? Absolutely, but you got to have the
absolutely.
formula, the recipe. It's like you can't make a cake without the recipe, the oven, the flour. You need all the
Absolutely.
ingredients.
And you need to be able to follow the ingredients because
Right.
that's the tool to success. That's the
Hmm.
tool. So
Yeah.
let me ask you a couple of questions, and you could ask me some as well. What do you think of today's beauty school? Because just your answer, and I'll tell you why I asked that.
Well, I'll answer very honestly, and just for perspective, so it makes sense. I
Right.
have worked per diem in the school, in the vocational school systems. I do
Okay.
have my teaching license in New Jersey because
Okay.
you need a different okay. And I've been on the state board in New Jersey. So for full
Good.
transparency, like I have a bird's eye view. What do I
Okay.
think? I think the whole system needs to be revamped. I think
Mhm.
we need mentorship back, and I think that teachers need to be held more accountable and updated and more up to date. So when you leave school, you are work ready. This is my
Right.
personal opinion, and whoever's
Right.
watching, don't come for me. This is my opinion. Being in the school, being on the board, being behind the
Mhm.
chair, and being a salon owner. So I can get this is like my roundup of everything. I just think everything needs to be updated.
Right.
I
Right.
think our industry needs a little refresh. A lot of the state board tests are still the same ones from 1956. Like, I don't know,
Mhm.
I don't get it. Um, Again, this is my point of view. But everyone's got their perspective. My perspective is from all the avenues I've been
Well, I agree 100%. And that's why I asked
in.
because, I have not, been inside with a eyes view, but I know some educators and the stories that they're telling and what's going on in the schools. It is like it's like nothing that I went through when I went to school, you know.
Yeah.
School is so different. It's like the teachers are not there to teach so much, if that makes sense. The students are pretty much on their own, and that's what made me, come up with life after beauty school, because it's like, so they're just getting you through. And even state board used to be hands on. Now it's just there's
Written.
no the exam floor. There's
Mhm.
no exam floor
No.
anymore.
No.
And
Right.
I'm like, what? Y'all don't put your mannequins up and do the work no more. There's no finger wave tests
Right.
and
So
the things
every
that I went
state,
through.
I
What?
will, for full transparency, Regina, every state is different, right? I'm talking from New Jersey, like every
Hmm.
state's different, right? So
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, I know that to be true here too.
Yeah, it's in Florida for sure, and
Mhm.
South Carolina.
All right, there we
Because
go. So you see, it's
yeah,
like
I've had
interesting.
yeah, like every state I've worked in Louisiana, I've
Mhm.
worked in Florida, I've worked
Mhm.
in Virginia, I've worked in Maryland,
Mhm.
and definitely South Carolina. Now I'm in Georgia, and I've had
Nice.
to, of course, get a
Yep.
license in every state with reciprocity. I never
Reciprocity.
can say that word. You know what I'm talking about? Reciprocity.
Reciprocity. Yes.
And so, being doing that, I've learned in every state what is required and things like that. And
Mhm.
it was so shocking to me that Florida, which was the last place,
Mm.
there's no exam, there's nothing. And I was like, well, maybe this is due to COVID.
Mm.
So, do you think that this is happening because of after COVID? Everybody just got comfortable and
Well,
said, let's just keep these laws.
I again, this is my perspective. I think things shifted at the time temporarily, and I
Hmm.
think, it's like the DMV, state boards, like it's government. So I don't
Right,
know. Like I don't know what
right.
makes them make these decisions. But this is again, I always say I'm always looking for solutions. Like I'm solution driven.
Absolutely.
So this is what I
Absolutely.
say to everybody, Regina, and I think you'll agree with me. I think there's things we just can't control, right? Like even me,
Right.
I was a member of the state board when I was young. I had all these visions.
Mhm.
It wasn't what I thought. I
Right.
don't want to get into it, but it just wasn't what I thought. And I
Right.
realized, oh, this is because it's kind of like, you know, controlled by other
Mhm.
people. All right. So my
Right,
thought
right,
is always this as being solution driven.
right.
I think us, like you, I, anyone who is already in business,
Mhm.
I think we need to really unite as an industry and bring mentorship back on your own.
Absolutely.
If you own a
Mhm.
salon, if you own a suite, I give scholarships every year. I bring in 2 kids every 6 months right out of beauty school, and I mentor them with no
Awesome.
expectation. I give them everything I got.
That's awesome.
Sometimes one will stay and build a career, and sometimes they'll just be impacted by what I shared and they're gonna go and do their own thing.
That's
It's like
beautiful.
no expectation. I share my heart, my soul, everything I know from like how I talk to people, like my whole methodology that has made me successful,
Mhm.
and I let them run with it. Like I said, I don't expect anything from them except respect of my time and wanting to be there. So again,
Right.
this is my thought. I think all of us to really, we could all say we want to support the industry, right? And I talk to a lot of great people, Sam Villa, Beth Minardi, Nick. I mean, they're all friends of mine, people I've built relationships with. They're all amazing people.
Right.
We all need to offer
Right.
mentorship. And
Right.
if you can do it as a give back to your community. Head over to your
I
local
like
beauty
that. I
school,
like
right?
that.
Even if you
Yeah.
take one person who's graduating, you can actually screen them so you can pick who you think would be, and it's not for them to work for you.
I like that idea for, to make it in a scholarship form, like a
Mhm.
gift, I love
Exactly.
that. I love
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah. I
think
mean,
I,
I
I
just,
think I think I'll piggyback off you with that one.
yeah. And it feels so
I
good,
never thought of
Regina.
making it, to be that way. That's a great idea to give back in that way.
Yeah. And you know what happens? It's like the impact that you create, like it feels good for me. I make it where it works with my schedule. Thank you for all the hearts, everyone. I see you guys giving all these great hearts. I feel
And it's a good tax write-off too for us.
oh, that's it's smart business, and you're impacting someone else's life.
Right,
And just
right,
again, the good that you're doing, and to me, that's what legacy is about.
right,
I don't want to die with all this in me. So yeah, I have
right.
programs that people can pay me for, but I also want to give back.
Absolutely. 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 Well, I just love that. So, with your business school, I heard what you said earlier, it's
Mhm,
like a yearly subscription. How do someone get involved with you
mhm.
to join your school, your business school?
So they just head on over to the salonbusinessschool.com. It's the salonbusinessschool.com, and they just register. It's
Okay.
$5.97 a year. They get full access. They get access to me 2 times a month live. I do live Q&A, live hot seat coaching. Everything's recorded. I do marketing, mindset. There's Facebook marketing, Instagram. There's templates. There's business. There's like $40,000 worth of lessons in there. It's for good for a beginner or someone who's seasoned who just needs help with different parts of their business. It's
Okay.
an unbelievable program. And there's
Okay.
Klarna and Afterpay, so like you can just make it so affordable for yourself, and you get a
Absolutely.
certificate
You
at the
gotta
end.
have those paying fours nowadays. It
Yeah.
definitely makes a huge difference. I use those on my website, and
Hmm.
my website is doing even better since I added them. So that's another
Yeah.
business consulting idea that we're sharing
Hmm.
with people.
Hmm.
You have to get in with what's going on now to
Hmm.
help your business, because even I love paying for it. If I go to buy something and I don't see them little options, I reconsider my purchase.
I agree. Well, I just
Sometimes,
noticed, I don't know if you know this, Regina. In one of my salons, we use Gloss Genius. It's a booking app. Gloss
Okay,
Genius now offers Klarna and Afterpay when you check people out. So even when they
good.
get their hair done, they
That's
can
right.
touch, and without anyone knowing their business, they can do payment plans for their hair too.
Absolutely.
There's no
Absolutely.
shame and no shade. We all got to do what we got to
No,
do.
because you still gotta pay it.
Hell yeah.
You still gotta pay it. So it definitely is no shame.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. So the other concerns that I deal with here on this podcast right here on
Mhm.
YouTube is I am having to help people find great salons. So
Mm.
let's talk about the lack of.
Mm.
Now I know you're in Jersey and I
Mhm.
am right here, in Georgia.
Mhm.
But worldwide, I can read off the list of names that people have put in my emails of the
Mhm.
states. I'm
Mhm.
talking that they are saying, please help us find a salon that is going to be washing, shampooing
Mhm.
our hair,
Mhm.
taking care our hair. And I'm talking multicultural,
Mhm.
all people.
Yep.
They are asking me to help them because I came up with in 2025 the salon referral program
Mm.
where
Awesome.
I help people find salons.
Mhm.
But it has come to, I actually on the page will show them the actual salon and how they're, doing business to refer them from the YouTube channel.
Mhm.
So I would like to know what's your take on what is happening in our industry
Mhm.
where so many people are needing to find this help in their local community. I don't live in California. So
Mhm.
how is it that you live in California,
Mhm.
but you need me, someone who's never been to California,
Right.
to help you find a salon? What is going on?
So I think that again, there's two parts to this. I think it goes down to, and this is for the consumers. Okay, I'm going to answer in
Right.
two parts. I'm going to answer for the consumer watching, and I'm going to answer
Mhm.
for the professional watching.
Right.
So for the consumer watching, Your best bet is always to do a Google search of the
Mhm.
services you're seeking, very detailed. Like when I want to go get a blowout locally, I have very curly hair. I put best curly blow dry near me,
Right,
best curly hair expert near me. Then
right,
you look at who pops up. Now, this is really important nowadays in a day of social media and all this stuff.
right,
Look at their Google business listing. Look at their reviews. Look at their pictures. Then head on over. Do they have a website? Do they look legit? Like, really scan them. Then call them. As
right,
a consumer, that customer journey is going to show you what kind of experience you're going to have. To me, guys, I want someone answering the phone. If I text you, I don't want to fill out an application as a customer. I want to talk to someone, or I want you to text me back within like a reasonable amount of time. This is
right,
from the consumer point of view. If I got to
right,
jump through hoops, I already got turned off. And people, don't
right.
get pissed. Don't come for me for the hairdressers who think your shit don't stink
Well,
and you
that's
let
what
people
they're
treat you,
saying.
making
That's
you
what
jump
they're
through hoops.
saying. Not to
Okay,
cut you off, but that's what they're saying. They're
right.
saying they don't want to go through an interview to get a hairdo.
Right. But so they have to look for someone else then. There are hundreds of lovely, amazing, qualified people. But
Yes,
as
yes.
a client, you have to actually do your scanning before you even text or message them. Like, do your homework and then referrals, Google listings, and a easy customer journey. Now I'm going to answer the question for the stylist.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a website. I don't care what anybody tells you. If you don't have a website, you don't look legit. You need to
Right,
have transparency of pricing. You
right,
need to make it an easy and lovely, easy journey for people to book with you. And
right.
please, for the love of God, answer the phone or text people back. This is
Right,
what's going to set you apart. It's not I don't think it's the talent that's gonna set people apart in success in the next 5 to 10 years. It's gonna be the connection. This is my take,
absolutely,
the
absolutely,
connection. How are you
absolutely,
making me feel? So we
absolutely.
we as professionals need to level up our game if you wanna be the heart surgeon in the industry and not the
Right,
general practitioner. That's the key.
right, right. I love that. I love that wholeheartedly because I'm gonna tap on that with you. Um, I'm not the greatest, and I've been saying that for years, but my customer service is top notch. How I treat them is top notch with along with the hairdo.
Yeah.
So sometimes with women and men, they're looking for so much more when they come to the hair salon, and I don't know why, but they are emotional. They are
Mhm,
mentally dealing with things. And
mhm.
if you are someone who cares, you seemingly end up tapping into that
Yeah,
and you got them forever.
I
They're
agree.
booking for the whole year. You
I
understand
agree.
what I'm saying? And
I
it's
agree.
like they're coming for a hairdo, but they actually coming for a therapy session.
I agree. And Regina, how beautiful. I mean, I'm speaking now to us, the
Right.
salon professionals, the beauty professionals.
Right.
Think about this, guys. Remember this. Everybody wants to look good. I want to look good.
Everybody.
I'm on video. I want to
Everybody.
look good because when you look good, you feel good. We forget the
Yes.
power that we hold,
Mhm.
the gifts that we bring to people, if it's their
Right.
lashes, if it's their color, if it's their brows, if it's whitening their teeth, whatever it is you do, cover their gray,
All of it.
all of it. What
All,
a gift. The
yes.
world, and so I was thinking this the other day, the world, social media, none of it would be good because everybody wants to look good. So
Right.
we have to remember the gift that we bring to people and stand in your professionalism.
Right.
Be professional, and that's going to shift everything. I mean, I get so damn passionate
Absolutely.
about this, I can't help it.
Right. It's the passion, it's the love, and it's a gift from God. It's a
Yep.
gift. It's a gift. Every and let's talk about it because
Mhm.
What I try to do is be transparent with people because
Yeah.
I don't want people to think, okay, I know we all excited and we're here 30 something years later. That is not going to be everybody's journey,
No.
but it can be.
Mhm.
And what we're here to tell you is the reasons and the things that's going to get you to be sitting in our shoes 30 years later.
Mhm.
It's so many people who give up because of the road that they travel in on this journey.
Yeah.
But it's me and you and people like us who are saying, don't do that.
Yeah.
Avoid this. Go over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's about, are you listening and how bad do you really want it?
Yeah.
you know and so that, because that's our story, it was for me. How bad do you want this life? I wanted it real bad because I needed the biggest thing I would say that stood out with me in my career is time. I needed that time. Are you there? Hello? One moment, everybody. We're gonna bring her back. She probably got a phone call. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. You stepped out a minute. I said you probably got a phone call or something.
Yeah, that's the problem when you're on your phone. I should have done this on the
I
computer.
know. That's why I went to this. I went through the other route because I said my phone be ringing all day.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
but yeah. So that is the journey. It's the journey that
Mhm.
is spectacular for me. When I
Mhm.
look back, and I'm sure you too, and it's like, oh my God, 38 years. Like, I can't even believe that I did it, but I'm
Yeah.
still here and I'm still in love with it and I'm still passionate about it.
Mhm.
And that's why I'm doing the things. That's why I'm talking to you, because not only did I say, okay, let's do salon talk as you see me, go on my TikTok.
Mhm.
Because my daughter told me to do that. She was like, well,
I
Mom,
love
you
that.
got I got about 7 pages on TikTok. And she said, "Well, Mom, why don't you do the salon talk on TikTok because it's only going to grow."
That's right. That's
And she
right.
said, "You're getting started, so TikTok ain't going nowhere. We thought it was going somewhere, but it's not going nowhere."
Yeah. I
So she was
love
like, "This,
TikTok. Yep.
I do, I do. It's a
Yeah.
rapid growth community.
Yeah. And I love YouTube. So you guys can head on over. I have two YouTube channels. You can follow Maria.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Maria Fontana or the Salon Business School.
Well, I want you to text me, and
I
I'm
will.
gonna put it with this interview here, and I'm gonna tag it so anybody who watches this, they'll be able to find you. Yeah. So this is Maria for those of you coming in. Fontana, she is a great businesswoman over the Salon Business School. We have great knowledge, and if you just coming in, you just look back at the video earlier on, and thank
Mhm.
you for joining us now. And so many questions come in, and one of the questions that I wanted to just share with you is the client's part of it. They're wondering the time. Now I don't know how it was for you, but they're wondering if a person, if a stylist is charging for late fees. How do you feel about that? Like the client coming in late, but the stylist coming late, and
Mm.
there's no charge. But
Yeah, I
the
don't.
client,
So again, this is my point of view as to what
right,
I see working for 3 decades, what has grown
right,
multiple seven-figure businesses. So
right,
I only talk about the data, right?
right,
So I feel, yes, we need to have policies, procedures, and boundaries, but you better be doing the same thing. So if I'm going to run late, then I'm going to take that amount off that client's bill. And again, you guys, this is
absolutely,
my opinion, but it can't be one-sided, right? You should be at the
right,
salon a half hour before your client gets there. You should be ready and you
right,
should be transparent. That's like if I go to the dentist, if I
right,
make an appointment for a cleaning, then this dude's running an hour behind. I'm busy. That's not
right.
cool, right? And that's not
It's not.
acceptable. and it's
It's
transparent,
not.
right? I'm not gonna go for a cleaning and then you're gonna do like other work and charge me 6 times. Again, guys, we run a business. So
Right.
think about the doctor, the professional, the lawyer, and treat your business as such, and you will see a huge change. We teach
Absolutely.
people how to treat us. And again, this is my opinion.
That is
We
correct.
If you show up in that energy, I promise you people, you will not attract people who are late, no shows, tire kickers, annoying. And that brings me to one other thing
I agree.
I want to share real quick, Regina. The message. This is where I see a lot of people in our industry dropping the ball. Your online presence, your message, and what you have online does not match who you want walking in the door.
Right.
So I teach to that. That's really
Absolutely.
important.
Right. Right. The whole energy thing. It shouldn't be a turn off switch. It should be a switch that stays on.
Right. Right.
You
And
know.
it'll just be a flow. Right. Exactly.
Mhm. Yes. So there's a Mary L says, yes, you do need policies in a service oriented business. It's called respect.
And it
And it
goes
goes
both ways.
both ways. Absolutely.
Amen.
Thank
Amen.
you for that,
Amen to
Miss
that.
Mary.
And
Yeah.
guys, listen, I want to just reiterate, like, I'm not talking out of my ass here. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm
Oh
talking
yeah.
with data. Like, these are things that I've tried, we've done, I've made mistakes myself. I've had hundreds of clients who work with me that are salon, spa, suite, because I specialize in independent, solo, and micro businesses, meaning you have under 4 employees. Like, I don't
Right.
do big salons, that's not my niche.
Right.
And it's really important to step back, right, Regina? Like me too in my business, I'm like, let me step back and take a bird's
Mhm.
eye view. What can I do better? What do
Absolutely.
I need to change? Where am I maybe wrong
Absolutely.
here? Or what needs to be clearer so I don't attract clients that are not respectful of my time.
Yes. Absolutely. And that is the major source here that we're saying we're giving you the tools.
Mhm.
And I want to go back a minute on what you were saying about your presentation of who you are for
Mhm.
your business. That's
Mhm.
just like me with this scarf on. I might
Mhm.
be having an in between hair day, but there's a way that I can still beautify myself to present myself to
You're
the public as
gorgeous.
a
You're
beauty
gorgeous and hot as hell, my love.
entrepreneur. You know,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have my hair flying, and just because I'm the baddie of the community for hair, that don't mean I can't do my hair. But then again,
Mhm.
it's like I said, who are you attracting?
Right. And it's
Because for
really
me,
energy.
I've always had to attract the best. Why?
Yes.
Because I want the best finances. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Right.
When you come in, I want you to feel like this is where my money needs to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have turned, and I'm just being honest, I
Yeah.
have turned people around because it's like I don't need that energy here.
That's it. Right.
I don't need to disturb the peace that's going on here. Because for me it was bigger than a hair salon, and many times you
Yeah.
know
No, for real.
it's therapy going on, it's peace going on.
Yeah.
People come for, like I said, they have a lot of things going on
Mhm.
bigger than that hairstyle. So it's
Mhm.
almost like a therapy session. So I
Yeah.
don't need all this loud noise and boom, 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 and you know, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That
Well, we are
sometimes,
right. We
happens.
are creating our environment. Like we have control.
Absolutely. And that's for individually. Like, again, like you said, and I said, we're not here to judge, but we're just
Mm-mm.
saying what worked for us.
Mhm.
While
Yeah, and
we're
to just
still
give
here,
inspiration.
30 years later,
Yeah, that's right.
is because of the things that we have done.
Yep. I
Period.
love
I
this.
have I'm sure you do too. Like I said, the phone rings all day long. It don't
Mhm.
matter what state I've ever worked in or lived in,
Mhm.
they're still calling. That's why I started my website so that I can help people out of town. And it's like it's amazing to me that you can have the access not just from your town, but out of town.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
like opening up people mindset to see that it's bigger than where you are. In the last salon, and I just want to share this with our viewers and you, um I have a salon referral, of course the salon referral program, but I had the salon retail program
Mhm.
where businesses from all over the world were sending in their products to
Mhm.
be sold at my Pensacola salon.
I love that.
Meaning, I had military families who were my customers mostly,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So, military families need everything, and they're the type, because I'm inside, I got the inside for the last
Mhm.
12 years of being a military mom and
Mhm.
really in this thing. I learned that they don't want to be hopping around. So if they can get something in like a one-stop shop, they're great because they have families, their husbands or wives in the military. They just want to come in. Okay, you have shampoo. Okay, you have conditioner. You have all that here. I don't have to
Mhm.
run to Walmart to get
Mhm.
these various of things or wherever you shop. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I literally had businesses networking with me from all over the world, at least 7 businesses in different states that was sending in their products and I was selling them in my salon. And we had a program where of course they were getting their money, but and I was getting what I was getting, but at the
Mhm.
same time, it's called open your mind
Mhm.
to bigger things. It's not
Yeah.
just in your salon, it's not just in your town. If
Yeah.
you open your mind to bigger things, you can literally grow that six-figure income in 1 year just by the things that you're doing in
Yeah.
that year, you
I
know?
know. Regina, I love this conversation and I have had so much fun, but I have to jump only because I have another meeting coming up and I don't want to
Okay.
run late. But why don't we
Okay.
continue this next week? Let's have another
Absolutely.
episode of Salon Talk and we got so much to talk
Absolutely.
about, my love.
Absolutely. And I thank you for the time that you
Oh, I
shared.
love
We
you so much.
appreciate you, Maria, and
Oh,
God bless you. And I'm going to keep in touch with you. You know that. And we're going to
yeah.
do it again.
So listen,
Thank you
anybody,
so
if you
much.
guys want to follow me, head on over on TikTok. It's the Salon Business School. Head on over to YouTube. Just connect with me, DM me, and
Okay.
follow Regina and share this video out to anyone that it could touch their lives. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
I
Thank
love you guys.
you.
Take care, Regina. Bye, Angel.
Okay. Y'all
Bye,
have a
honey.
good one.
Bye, love.
Okay. I'm trying to, I'm trying to, okay, wait a minute. Okay. Got it.